Hey fam, how's it going? This is Coach Nate. Students, you guys know who I am. Guys who come into the club. So this video is mainly for you, but it's also for everybody else. So we are starting Saber next Monday, and I wanted to show you some exercises that you can do out of class to strengthen your grip and increase your dexterity for Saber, because it's way more fun when you have a strong grip to do Saber stuff in class. So just want to make sure that everyone has a lot of fun and learns a lot of cool things when we're in class. And so I'm going to show you a real simple set of exercises that we can do to strengthen our grips. So my main Saber, this guy's kind of beefy. It weighs, what, 830 grams or 860 grams. That's over 2 pounds. And I like it. It's a great Saber, but it requires a lot of trained muscles to be able to use it. And also, I can do it in this room, but many of you, depending on what your house, your dwelling looks like, you may not have the space to wield your sword indoors. And so we are going to practice with hammers, right? So this one's pretty cool. Now, of course, this hammer weighs a little bit less. See right here, it says 16 ounces. That's a pound. Yeah, the cool thing is I can do this basically in my bedroom. I don't have to worry about pets, kids, priceless paintings. I'm not going to ruin because I have this and it's just right on my person. But, obviously be careful, let people know what you're doing. So, and I like this kind of hammer, this ball peen hammer, because there's no hooks or anything like that. You don't want to accidentally get like that hook, that cat's paw hooking onto your hand. That's not comfortable at all. So I like these hammers if you got them around. If you don't, I don't know, you can modify stuff. These hammers here, these weigh just a little bit more than these, right? And you could get these like, what, for $5 or something at even Walmart or Home Depot or something like that. These work just as well if you want to pick up something. And of course, they do even less damage, and they're weighted. So that's pretty cool. But I'm going to use this hammer. First, the grip. There's a couple different grips that we could use in Saber. We have the we have the thumb grip, right? And that's done by the thumb being placed sort of on the back of the grip like this. And I'm mainly pinching between my thumb and my index finger. My ring finger is stabilizing the grip. And then these two, especially these two fingers, are going to squeeze when I do my cut, right? When I extend my hand and I do my cut like that, I'm squeezing. And I'm leveraging my thumb and my wrist this way, and I'm squeezing, and I'm pinching between my index finger and my thumb, right? Okay. Now you could just do this if you want, right? This kind of thing. And that is a valid exercise, but we're going to make it a little bit more dynamic. So I'm going to get in my basic stance, and I'm going to get in my outside grip, or my outside guard, excuse me. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate to my inside and then come around like this. Just rotate like this. Rotate like this, right? So I'm rotating like this, like this, like this. Notice when I rotate, I'm coming around like this. You see how open my grip is? That's what you want. When you close your fist, you are closing up your your tendons, and you're making them really hard. Anytime you ball up a fist, what that does is it stabilizes your wrist for a punch. I mean, as human beings, we are made to fight. And so when you open your fingers, you have more dexterity. When you close your fist, you're ready to fight. And it changes how your wrist reacts. And so when we do swordsmanship, if we don't exercise our grip enough, what ends up happening is we death grip the sword, and we're hurting our wrist because naturally it wants to be stabilized, but we're gripping this thing and then we're trying to wield it, and you're actually hurting the tendons in your arm when you do that. So we want to make sure that our grip is strong and supple, right? And you don't want to death grip it. But of course, that's naturally what we want to do. Swordsmanship is different though. So that's why open grip like this, boom, like so, like so, like so. You can control it. Maybe just do like 2 sets of 10 at first. Graduate to 3 sets of 10. See how you feel. Once you blow out your grip, you're kind of done for a while, and then you have to regroup. Okay, so you could do this. Let me show you another grip. So I showed you thumb grip. Handshake grip is very similar, and basically all you're doing is you're sneaking your thumb kind of to the side like this. Instead of here, it's here. Handshake grip. What handshake grip is good for is now you have a more dynamic grip around your handle. It's called the grip, around your grip. And so when the sword attacks come from either direction, you have a more dynamic hold on your sword so that you can thwart those attacks that come from different angles. So that's what good a handshake grip is, but you're also loose enough to, say, like parry, riposte really quick. And there's an exercise you could do, just parry and riposte, right? So parry out and then thrust forward with the first thing I showed you. I don't want this video to be too long, guys, but these are definitely some things that you can do. You could do this with a sword quite easily, or you could do it with a hammer. 2 more things I'm going to show you very quickly. Second one is, instead of rotating this way, you could rotate from the outside, right? From the outside, you can do that rotation. So you're working slightly different muscles, but the important thing I want you to pay attention to is how you're gripping the sword when you do it. Okay? It's easy to kind of just do this, right? To do this. Don't do that if you can. Just keep your fingers on it. So when you rotate out, it looks like this, and then squeeze. Rotate out and squeeze. That's part of the exercise. It's not a twirling exercise. It's a finger grip exercise, right? So make sure you're working your fingers when you do that. And that's also why you don't want a super heavy sword. You want a lighter sword, or I'm sorry, hammer. You don't want a heavy hammer. You want a lighter hammer. Again, this one's just a pound. So this way, I can really work on that dexterity of my fingers, right, to get me going to get my grip strength where I want it to be. Now, I haven't concentrated on saber for a while, and so I need this exercise too, right? So, yeah, this is really good. It's from the outside, from the inside, from the outside, from the inside, from the outside, from the inside. I'm getting pumped already. Okay, cool. One more exercise. So I'm going to change my grip to the center, and I'm just going to put my hand out like this, and I'm going to rotate like this. All right? Cool. Like so. And then this grip, of course, we call it hammer grip. We sure do. This is hammer grip, right? So just holding it like this, and I'm holding a hammer. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah. All right. So we got this. We got the handshake grip, right? And we have the thumb grip. Thumb grip, handshake grip, hammer grip. Those are the 3 grips. Hammer grip you probably don't need any practice in, just when you rotate like this. Now, you can also do it with your offhand, right? Give your offhand some love. Okay? Offhand some love. Offhand needs some love. You don't want like a huge Popeye hand and forearm on one side, and then the other side is totally weak. You don't want that. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I'm looking forward to next Monday. I love saber, and we're going to just rock and roll together. So I hope this week finds you well. And yeah, slay your demons, guys. Take care. Bye.